Hi, this is Pierre Sabak, unlocking the keys to the mysteries. Now today I'm going to be talking about allegory, and really I should explain to the viewers why I'm creating these videos. I'm trying to put together a glossary of what is basically contained within my book. So I'm looking at all the various ideas which are contained within holographic culture, and it's based on symbolism. It goes into many different areas, and so I just want to cover some of these areas, whether it be scaphology, which is the study of angelic vessels, or very obscure symbolism and how certain types of symbolic language works. For example, diptych paronomasia or plicated symbolism. So this will give the viewer an opportunity to be introduced to many of these ideas. Now today we're going to be looking at allegory, and I refer to allegory as alien speaking, and this will become more evident in a moment. Now if we look at the etymology of allegory, it comes from the Greek word allegoria, or allos other and agoria speaking. Now conventionally an allegory is a story, poem or a picture which can be interpreted to reveal a hidden meaning. It usually has a moral or a political meaning, and so in many respects an allegory is very similar to a parable. There is this hidden meaning, and this is very much conveyed within the etymology of allos agoria, other speaking. So it's a veiled language. There's a subtext behind the allegory. So in the original usage, allegory refers to codological speak. This is essentially codified speech, or dilogos being double speech. So this is a speech which is identified with allos. As we said before, allos means other, but it also is a polymorphic word. It has another meaning. It means another or other. Okay, and it's implicit of one who is alien, and we find this particularly evident within the Greek word allos gens, which is an alien. Okay, so a different bloodline would be one who is alien. So interchangeable, the definition of an alien describes a daemon or an angel. So within Greek language, one way of representing a daemon or an angel would be to refer to them as being alien. There is also another way of referring to a daemon, and that would be as human. We would use the language humanoid, which is the anthropos. Now the anthropos refers to mankind or a human being, but the word anthropos can be also used to refer to a sentient being or a creature which is non-human. In the nearest translation in English would be a humanoid. So sometimes if people see a grey alien, for example, they would say, oh yes, this alien looks humanoid. So therefore they're making a reference to the fact that the being has characteristics which are human-like, superficially human-like, in terms of being sentient, in terms of the physique of the being. So the definition then is interchangeable. So we see that the definition alien can describe a daemon or an angel. Now in religious iconography, allos other appertains to an angelic sailor. So in this series we're going to be drawing out this idea that the angel is a type of sailor, and in today's language is very consistent with this idea of an alien being who comes from the sky and is part of a crew member of a vessel. And this idea is not modern, but is very ancient and goes back into codological discourse. So we see then that there is a phonetic pun then on allos other and alias, which is a fisherman. A fisherman being this representation of this angelic sailor. And we see the word alias, a fisherman, comes from the etymology als, which is the sea. Now, within symbolism, the ocean represents heaven. It can also represent the spirit as well. So this would play into the ideas of the Ru'akh Elohim, the high spirits. But the Ru'akh Elohim are a type of jinn because they are manifested physically. And so the Ru'akh Elohim can also be represented as a halakeh, which is a high creature. So we're seeing here that there is this contrast between physical beings, but their ability to disassemble reality and therefore to be able to disappear. I refer to these type of beings as belonging to a holographic culture. Now, etymologically, the definition allos another is one who is alien or an angel, and therefore allos, which is another, right? As we said before, allos genes would be an alien, could also be used to represent one who is angelic. We can say that symbolically, allos, another, is signified with halos, which is a halo. The halo is used to represent this angelic lineage. Another represents, so therefore the halo represents the brothers of light. The Akhzari are brothers of light. But the word Akhzari in Arabic is a wordplay on the Aramaic word Akhzari, which is a brother of an alien. The word Za, the stem Za, refers to an angel, an alien, a visitor. So angels in the ancient parlance were also referred to as aliens. And we can see that Za refers to Sira, which is a ship, because the brothers of light originated from a ship. They are angelic sailors. And indeed, the Hebrew word Sira, ship, is a diptych paranomasia, or a wordplay on the Arabic word Sira, which is Sirius. So they're making a reference that the brothers of light actually originate from Sirius. Now the words Sira or Sirios in the Greek is the scorching one. The scorching one is representational of the seraphim, because the seraphim comes from the etymology of serapha, which is fire. So the seraphim are the flaming ones, or the shining ones. So this is how allegory works. This is other speaking. Now, within scatological symbolism, the halo is interchangeable with the shield. Now, to understand this, within Greek and classical representation, the ship would be covered with a shield. Now, the shield represents, within symbolism, the opening wheels. So if you want to represent a chariot of a god, you can represent it as a wheel. A wheel in today's parlance would be a flying saucer. Now, the Greeks also used the shield, because the shield covers the ship, and so is a good metaphor of an angelic vessel. Now, the shield also was used in warfare as well. So typically they would take a shield, when we're talking about really large shields, and they would use them as missiles. What they would do is they'd put in hot sand, and they'd often put in feces as well, heat it up really, really hot, and then they would use catapults and fling them, and they would be type of missiles which would fly through the sky. So again, the angelic vessels, or the angelic host, are often represented as shields, in today's language a flying saucer. Now, the shield, a bloodline from one who is born from a boat, is represented with a shield, or a family shield. The family shield denotes the opening wheels. The opening wheels is the ancient Aramaic word for a flying saucer. So the shield then is a scaphological insignia. Okay, scaphology studies angelic vessels, so it's a scaphological insignia, and it's notational of one who is born or conceived from a ship. In the early languages, this would be the Ben Sira, one who is born from a boat or a ship. Many of these bloodlines are demigods, but we can also see that there is a compartmentalization between the angels, which are human, which are the cherubim, and then the non-human angels, which are the seraphim, which are reptilian in appearance. And we can also see then that there is this relationship, if you like, or there's a visio-paranomasia between the halo. A visio-paranomasia is a visual pun between the halo, which represents a brother of light, and the opening wheels, because the halo at another level represents the opening wheels. And this is very important, because the wheels would disclose one who is born from a boat or a vessel. Now, this would be represented as an emissary, so an emissary between man and earth. So one who is born from a vessel is a type of angel. And we see within the biblical tradition also, with the disciples, for example, certain disciples are shown with halos, which would show them as being born from a boat or a vessel. And other disciples are shown without halos. And this is important, because this denotes that they themselves originate from an Adamic bloodline and are therefore Homo sapien. They are not angelic. And we see this contrast between the Adamic lineage and the non-human lineage, and the angelic lineage, which would be the cherubim, or the proto-human lineage, represented within allegory, within other speaking. Okay, thank you for listening. Let's make the world a better place. So please subscribe to my channel. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Thank you very much.